Boxing Classic, the Philippines against Mexico. Presentado ustedes por Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions.
Taylor, the third man in the ring. Here's the tail of the tape, Steve Kim.
And both are very young, hungry fighters at the age of 21. And looking at their height, not much different. For the first time, Christian Gonzalez actually looking up at his opponent. Let's see how that affects him here for the next 30, 40 minutes.
We are ready to go. Our main event, 8 rounds in the lightweight division. Beto Duran, Steve Kim, and El Animal, Jason Quigley. Chimpa Gonzalez in the custom Everlast gloves. They're white. Ruthless Romero DUNO, 12-1 from General Santos City with the black gloves. You wonder the nickname Chimpa? What we've said in the past was always got to say it because it's a pretty cool nickname. When he was a toddler, you know that Christmas toy with a chimpanzee is playing the cymbals, going back and forth like that? Well, they had that at his house at Christmas, and he started emulating that, and they're like, oh, he looks like a little chimpanzee. And as you know, with Mexicans, anytime you get a nickname, it will stick with you forever. And that's where the nickname Chimpa, he is now using as his logo and as his brand. An opening round against Romero DUNO. Chimpa 16-0, trained by his father, Oscar Gonzalez Sr. Coming out very aggressive is Chimpa Gonzalez.
Beto, I think early on, this is exactly where Chimpa wants to be. If he's going to be able to establish that jab, I think he'll be content to actually move outside a little bit. But if he can get in close, he's one of those taller fighters, Jason. Despite his build, they seem to be more comfortable inside than on the perimeter.
Yeah, you know, I think he's boxing very well right now. He's establishing his jab, which I said earlier on, I think is key in any fight. You know, I think his punches are definitely looking stronger and more effective than DUNO's punches right now.
This is ruthless Romero DUNO. Ruthless because of his style. He just comes at you. We saw that clip of him fighting in the mall in the Philippines. He will stand there with you.
And you know what the problem is right now? He's standing in with Chimpa, who I just really thought landed a very good-looking left hook.
A lot of people watching this fight all over the United States, also in Mexico. The Olympian just signed a Golden Boy, Raul Curiel Garcia. El Cougar, you know him at the gym in Carson, from Tamaulipas, Mexico. He's watching us in Lake Elsinore. He will be making his pro debut on the Canelo Chavez card in Las Vegas. If you don't speak English and you're watching Ring TV, you know you're dedicated to us, Steve.
Some would say you're better off that way. But Jason, I think moving on, I know one thing Chimpa seems to believe that he's a stronger puncher. I think one mistake he can't make is to continue inside without at least throwing that jab in front of him.
Yeah, definitely. You know, he needs to use that key. He needs to open up the door against DUNO because, you know, DUNO's, oh, nice shot there by Chimpa.
Oh, and he goes down here in the first.
He's definitely hurt. He's
ruthless Romero DUNO has tagged Chimpa Gonzalez.
Hey, come here.
That's what I was saying.
Right.
He got tagged.
That's why you need the
Tom
jab.
Taylor's looking at him.
Give me your gloves.
Is he going to beat the clock?
Box.
Final seconds of the first round, and he has no idea where he's at.
Big first round there, you know, Chimpa.
And Tom Taylor is looking at him. He is staggering. The doctor's the first one in that ring.
Guys, he left himself a little bit naked for all the offensive success he had. He did not mind his P's and Q's defensively about getting his hands back and at least leading off with the jab, putting something in front of him.
This is going to be very important now, this next minute for Chimpa. I think, you know, that he recovers well from this. Oh, that was a very good knockdown.
Romero DUNO, 12-1, 11 KOs, Steve.
And Jason, did he make a mistake, Chimpa, and not take it?
But that didn't even come into his head.
Trying to listen in on the corner. Second round.
I think Chimpa's legs still look a little bit wobbly right now.
DUNO said he was coming for the big upset.
Chimpa can't just keep walking forward and expect to blow this guy out of here.
Keep the hands up.
He needs to get boxing.
You're DUNO, what do you do right here, Jay?
DUNO has to make sure that he doesn't go for the knockout and blow himself out because Chimpa obviously is a puncher also and could catch DUNO. So this is going to be a very interesting round here now for both fighters.
Well, Steve, as you wrote in your story about Chimpa Gonzalez this week, his first fight with Golden Boy on this same stage, first round, he was dropped.
Right, and he seems to be taking the tactic. He's going to try to smother DUNO, not let him unfurl his quick hands from the outside. I do question that, though, but I think the key for him, Jason, is just to see rounds 3 and 4. Just get out of round number 2 as he gathers his legs.
Because Chimpa's just walking forward right again, the same way as he got caught the last time.
Again,
Oh!
gets caught for the second time. An overhand right by DUNO, right on the chin. Drops Chimpa Gonzalez. His eyes are glazed. I don't know if they're going to let him keep going. And it is over. A huge knockout for Romero DUNO as Chimpa Gonzalez falls down on his back. A huge upset in Los Angeles.